Just setting up so everybody can see. Just waiting for people to come on. Welcome. Just waiting for a couple more people to show up. We'll get started on my pub table. So, where are you from? What's going on, buddy? Where are you from? Indonesian. Oh boy, far away. Cool. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm just gonna finish up on my pub table. So I gotta do some more sanding. It's turned out pretty good. So just kind of shaping it up, doing the final sand, making it real nice. Already cleaned up the sides, made it nice and round. It's nice and sturdy. I'll be flipping it over so you can see how I attached it on the other side. So this was from a full log out in the forest. You guys can actually check it out. I have video on it. It's pretty cool. So I don't know how many feet it was. 3, 6, 9, 12 feet. So I ended up cutting the slab so thick, and I ended up cutting it into 3 pieces. So this is one piece. I have another piece, and I left the third one for whoever goes and camps at the campsite. And I cut a bunch of wood, and so I got that video on there also. So yeah, I left some logs, it's full table and everything. So someone would be pretty cool and happy. Kids go there, they can sit at a table. I've never seen something like that at a campsite. It was left behind, but I'm a nice person, so that's what I did. So I'm going to get started and show you what I'm going to do. I'm using some different tools. I'll be using a belt sander, Orville sander. If I need, I have a planer, electric planer, which I think most of it is pretty good. And then for little parts, I might use a 4.5 grinder with a sandpaper wheel on it. So, but for the most part, I think I'm going to be using these two sanders. Got an extra belt for this one, and then for the final, I got 600 grit. So that'll be making it real smooth. So for now, we're gonna do a little bit of the belt sander. I want to go ahead and continue this nice line. So this is the reason why I was explaining on my last video. So a pub table, I'm actually going to make some seats with the pub table, and they're going to be logs. So that's going to be obviously a lot different. So it's not going to be just regular chairs. They're actually going to be logs, and I'm going to clean them up, make them a little dipped into, match the buttocks a little bit, and then in the front, I'm going to make a groove and have an actual log that's about so long and so thick, and it's going to go engrave into the log seats. So when you sit down, you can have your feet in a nice resting position, almost a stand up. But the reason why I did this whole ridge here, from going up and then in and then flat, is because some people want to stand. It's real comfortable. It's not digging into your arm. It's a good relaxing. You can sit here all day and not have, like, oh, that kind of hurts the arm. It's a nice setting, nice table to stand at. So here we go. Going to be a little bit of work, but it's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to get a nice, looks like about 1.5 inches or so. I'll bring you in so you can actually really see what's going on. Everybody can hear me, right? Hope so. Somebody, Wendy, I think her name was, said, can't hear you. You need a microphone, so I got an earpiece in. Engrave and overlay. Can you explain a little bit? Do engrave and overlay. I engrave, and then what do you mean overlay? There's a lot of different terms of overlaying. Meaning put stuff, you plane it and then overlay with another engraving, like something you want to put like a picture and then epoxy coating over it to where it stays there for life. Yeah, actually, yeah, you can do turquoise. I've done it a little bit. You can do overlay. I know what you mean now. Yeah, some people like to put turquoise in there and then epoxy it over. But yeah, flush with it. Um, at times, you can. It just depends on the piece. This isn't a piece for doing an inlay. If it has a lot of, if it's more like a stump, that has some room that needs to be filled, yeah, you could do like um, whatever you want to put in there. Um, it could be bones or whatever you want. Yeah, you could do an inlay with an overlay, but not on this one. But in the future, I'd be more than happy to do one. So that's a good question. Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, we could do that. Um, I've done similar things. I've done a concrete blade that was probably about four, what is it, 3.5, 4 feet blade for concrete, and it was a retired blade. And I took it and put tape around it and covered the blades on the bottom, and then I put a tinge of blue in the um, epoxy and poured it over the top, so the blade had a blue tinge to it, and turned out really good. There's a video quite a ways back. It's a short video that has that in there. Might be able to find it. I don't know. It's a couple hundred videos back, but they're there. So there's a lot of videos on different things I made, lamps, and I made some knots with a Edison bulb in it, stuff like that. So um, you have to look back and see what you like and what I'm all about if you want to subscribe. But we're gonna get going, and any other questions, just leave comments, and I'll definitely get back to you. Appreciate it. So we're gonna make the same groove all the way around. I want to make sure you guys get this here. I don't think my phone's gonna overheat this time. Earlier on my last live, it really started heating up. So this side, see how nice and got this nice good line going. Well, this side isn't really there. So I'm gonna even it out, back it up just a little bit so you guys can kind of see the whole, so you can get the whole line. We'll go from there. So. And moving it back and forth, I can feel if there's bumps. So I don't just go around it and call it good. I can actually feel it go up and down, and that's what I'm taking off. Feels pretty good. That side was pretty bad. That's good. Everybody can hear me real good? Hope we can. Just do it. I am. What you saying? I saw that earlier. Little logo or like your own signature. I I guess I could, but my signature is just doing it. Just do it. Um, I guess if I needed to later on, I might. But this is my signature. If someone wants to copy it, go for it. It'd be kind of hard. It's like somebody matching somebody else's. Get close, but hopefully that answers your question. So I'm just working it around the side here. Then I'll check it out and go to the next step. Make sure I'm happy. The biggest thing there is a line that goes all the way around now because I'm making that nice little cup. I want to make sure it's pretty even and not like short on this side and long on this side. I want to make sure it's kind of even as much as I can, and then I'll just taper off just a little bit so it takes that edge away. Because I want that to be pretty good and not perfect, but pretty close. So it's not, you know, weird looking. Getting there. Pretty close. Tighten it a little more. So it matches. Got to keep that angle going. A little bit more here. And I'll show you guys a real good view of it so you can really see it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Oh, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep you in the dark. I think it looks great. Not because I made it, just because I think it really does. Put my glasses up so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So, all the way around. So there. So now you can see it. So it has a nice line. So that line goes all the way around to where you can see it, what I'm trying to duplicate. So there, now you can see it all the way around. See that nice clean line? Makes a lot of sense now that you can actually see it. Goes all the way. So I will do a little bit on the bottom, not as much on the top, just to tuck it in just a little bit to take that little edge off. But we'll finish the top first. And go from there, but it's pretty good. Tightening it up a little bit. There we go. So now I'm gonna go to one of my favorite parts. Go to an orbital just to get it a little finer, give it a nice touch, and really get to find out what it's looking like. So I need to plug it in up. Just makes it really smooth. You don't have to push hard. It's better if you don't. Sanders last longer too if you don't push on it hard. Oh, yeah. Get those fine lines out. And I'll run it on the edge a little bit. A lot of flies. A lot of rain going on. Just lightly doing it. I don't want to change the shape of the wood. Run around that edge. Give it that flow. Not a lot of wood changing. Just get that groove going. Oh, and I'll show you what it ended up doing for it. From what it was before. So around the edge. Wow. All right. So, man, it looks way different. I'm excited about this one. So, there we go. I'm going to take it off the stand so you guys can actually see it. So, kind of hard to show a glare, but that's what it is. So, it was a nice, real sharp. Now it's just, you can feel it. I could feel it. Nice rollover edge. So the whole thing looks like that. And nice look. Now you can see it from the side, right here, all here. See how smooth that looks. It's hard to show you exactly, but there's a nice look. You can see that. There you go. Then I do a little sanding on the sides, and then do a flip over and show you actually how I fastened it down. You can see all that. I'll be doing some final sand, 600 grit. But right now, I'm going to sand the sides a little bit, finish it off, and then flip it over, and then you can actually see how I did it on the bottom, how I fastened it on. Kind of shave all that down, go from there. A little bit of sanding. Taking the grooves off from the planer. That leaves a lot of grooves. And the belt sander takes them down quick. Chainsaw it. Then I use the 4.5 grinder wheel for quicker. And then I go to the planer, and then I go to the belt sander, and so on. But this seems to be the quickest that I've learned. And sometimes it's best to switch out your belt because it kind of gets wore out. You can see how it gets wore out and see all that build up. Gets all those, and it's not like a fresh piece of sandpaper. So you end up having doing a lot more work in your machine, and it's best just to put on, fresh one instead of keep working it hard. You can go back if you don't want one that doesn't take off as much. You want something that's a little bit non-aggressive, so you can go back to that sandpaper and use that one if you want. That's what I end up doing. I'm just starting out, but if I'm feeling like it's taking too long, want a little bit more aggressive, I just get a new one and go back to, ends up turning that one into a finer grit, for another job. But this one will end up taking off a lot more. Big difference. Big difference. Definitely helps learning your tool and knowing what it's doing, how flat it is, what you're taking off. Because if you don't realize this angle that I'm doing, what it's actually doing, and how much you can feel it. Sometimes I go this way, get a little bit more more feel of when it's taken off, the color of the wood after I sand it, watching it. It's usually a lighter color depending on the wood. And as you go down, you really got to bend it down. You can tell where the high spots are. You're going to be working it back and forth a lot, like this. It won't catch on it, stop you like it did a minute ago. If you go this way, it can rip your belt off if it gets a splinter. You don't want that. This is pretty smooth. But if you're going to be working it, you want to have it just at an angle to keep that. Especially if you're working it back and forth real good. If you're going slow, you can change it straight up and down. Doesn't take too long. I just got a little bit more. It's pretty smooth there. Just gotta sand a little more. Flip it over. Now show you what it looks like underneath. I was gonna do this before I went live, but some people don't really get to see how I actually got to this point, so might as well include it. Maybe not the fun, but it's all about live. Some of it's not the best, but you get through it and show the fun stuff. It won't take long. It's pretty done. See here, if you guys can see that color. See a little dot right here? That's a low spot, so I just have to go over a little bit and it'll disappear. Going, going. Going. So that's what I do all the way around. I see any spot like that, different color. Once I get that gone, then I know it's gone. I can move on. For as tall as it is, it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't like to tip over as easy, but it's pretty. It might be a little bit lower. I might cut the legs off when I get the logs done. The logs is what's going to make this table really nice. That'll be my next video probably. That's what's going to make this table stand out. Look neat. Can you imagine 2 logs all unique sitting with it? Don't look as good without the regular chairs. Just about there. One of the cool parts about this slab that I have, the pine, if you go watch that other video of how I got this, that just makes it the piece so much more unique and, you know, inviting. You see that video, you like it. That's what makes the piece really cool, especially knowing how much work involved, where you got it, how you found it. I remember driving the Razor and looking around and going, there it is. Off the ground, perfect. In the forest, sitting off the ground, a foot or so. And I said, there it is. There's my table. I wanted to take it home. It'll be there. I'll go back again. Maybe. Pretty close. I'll do a little fine sand and just to see what it's like. 600 grit. Nice finisher. It's almost where you almost don't even feel it sanding. It's still fine. I could see this. I think it might have it sold. I could see this sitting by a pool. Yeah. Parents hanging out at the pool, watching the kids. Something like that. It's got some checks, but I might fill it in a little bit. It's going to happen with pine a little bit. How much you can do. It's hard to slow it down on the ride home. Probably 150 miles coming home in Arizona heat. It's almost impossible. to slow it down. There's some product out there you can use on it. It's forget what it's called. It's stuff that you would like make wood bowls out of, and you would put it in there in the it's like an oil almost, and you let it soak, and it slows down the drying process, and then you can do that with live edge, green edge, where you paint the ends because that's where the air and the moisture is going to go out of the wood the quickest, and you paint the ends, and that slows it down, kind of secretes through the whole piece of wood, and that helps slow it down. Usually they put Doug fir dry, kill dry. That's where they actually cut it and treat it, put it in an oven, slow the process down. But I wish you could feel this. It's great. Nice table. Totally happy with it. I'll pass it on to someone else and hope they enjoy it as much as I enjoyed finding it. I don't know, is this your guys' first time on here? One person here? Straggler? Oh, 0. It's all right. Well, this is pretty much the final touch here. Got a little bit to do on the bottom. Put something down so it doesn't scratch it up. I'm gonna flip it. Do the bottom. It's not ready to do it. Oh, so you can see how I attached it. Usually not. This is a one piece from a juniper tree. Uh, it's hard to find. Well, not exactly hard, but you got to be looking for it to find it. So it's a one piece leg with three legs coming off of it. So you try to find a tree that grows up perfect with three legs that are exactly what you're looking for. I've found 2. So that's how those legs look. A lot of time the juniper don't have. Usually you don't have this much room before it splits. It's usually real short, so it's hard. Got to have that good foot, 12, 15 inches of room to work with. So this is the underneath side, and I'm bringing down. So I attach this. A lot of people will learn how to attach your top to your legs. If this table is not eye level, so it's a little bit down, so you never get to see this part, I might just move this out just a little bit, just so it's a little bit faded in. But if you're gonna do logs as individuals, you can. So if you have a log this big, you want to make your plate that you're attaching to a little bit bigger. So I took this and put it on, glued it, and screwed it in, and then flip it over, and then I put screws around here to screw my top on. So you can actually take this top off, which I would make lines where when you put it back together, it's in the same spot. so it actually you can take off the top for whatever, if you want to take it in, get it finished again or something different, whatever. There's a lot of meat here. You could do a lot of different things. It'll last for years. I left it a little thicker for that reason. So you can actually go and I have a planer that's probably about this wide. I could throw it through, plane it, and take off a whole inch and refinish it just all over again. So we're just gonna go and run it around, clean up those edges. Actually, I'm gonna use the grinder. It's a little bit quicker. Don't have to be perfect on the bottom, but just want to clean it up a little bit so it's a little nicer. Takes it off pretty quick. Clean it up a little bit on these. Make it a little bit more thin. Need my glasses. I'll get dust all over. Some eyewear on. So I'm gonna clean up the rest. They're just trimming in. I'll be flipping it over again so you can see the top. Kind of where to follow and haven't seen the one at the beginning. This is a pine tabletop and a juniper leg. There we go. All gone. Cleans up pretty quick. I'll just turn it. Won't take long. I'll be flipping it over so you can see the top of it, cleaning up the bottom. Using a 4.5 Wrangler wheel. I think it's 80 grit. Takes off all the wood you don't want real quick. Oh, Just flipping it over. I don't have to do perfect the bottom, but it's somewhat nice. You want to know if somebody's sticking their arm on the bottom of it. Clean up this edge real quick. All right, I'm gonna flip it over and so you can see it. I really encourage you guys to look at the video where I got this wood, and then it's kind of like, oh, cool, makes a little bit more sense. Oh, it was way heavier than this, that's for sure. Oh, all right. Okay. Here we go. Now you can see it. Back this up so you can see. There you go. Whew. So I think we're pretty close. I'm going to put a coat over it, a sealer. I haven't decided what sealer I'm going to use, but it'll be nice. And I'm going to make two log seats with a log across the front, so when you're sitting down, you'll be kind of like in this position or back. I might put it on the back side, but it's going to be nice so you can really relaxing stance. It's the whole idea. So there we go. Just a little walk around real quick. You can see it. Put a nice little taper on it. If you haven't seen that, people jump in and out of the video on the live stuff. Just give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it. And subscribe and so you can see more of my videos. I try to go on every night. At least give a little update. You guys I hope you guys seen this one. I'll lift it up. You don't want to miss this. This is what I've worked on in the past. I just started doing a little bit more live. I kind of show this every time I go live. So there's a mushroom I did. I think it's pretty cool. I did that one. I did a lamp. Can't bring that one in here, but I should do a picture. Do a little picture of all my things I've made before I go on. Pass them on to people. And there you go. My little dude here. Like an expression of open mouth. What in the world just happened? Type. I think it's pretty cool. But there's my wood collection. I've got a couple lamps, stuff like that. I messed around. So I did this one this week. I did this one. I did that one like a couple months ago. So this week I did this one and the table. And then, actually I think it's in here. Yeah, where'd it go? This is the one I made a lamp out of. Let's see this one. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, there we go. So this is called a burl. My wife always corrects me on it. Burl. Um, this is oak. They all are similar. This one busted off, but usually it's hanging in a tree. It's straight up and down, but it has the wood that goes and it goes rip, kind of goes at an angle a little bit, and it grows on the oak, and it forms into a growth, and they're all kind of similar. It's weird. Almost looks like a mouth. This one has two eyeballs. Um, I can see. This is the lip here, an eye here, an eye here. I'm probably going to drill a hole straight through the middle and drop it down into this hole and probably put an LED and then have it on hanger where you can hang it across your um, um, island or whatever you want. I have one in our outdoor room. It's hanging out there. Uh, it looks pretty cool. I like it. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. I appreciate it. Who's all watching? Who's this mysterious one person? Come on, wave to me. Who is it? Who's giving me the time to show all my work? There's one person that's been on here forever. So who is it? How you guys doing? I was just showing all this stuff. Kind of showed up at the end, but you guys can rewatch a little bit. I'm gonna make a lamp out of this. I've done a lamp out of it. I've already got one. It's an oak burrow. Kind of rare, hard to find without ripping them out of a tree. That they got holes in it, and they're wildlife lives in it. So I don't really bust them out of a tree. So I've done a lamp out of that. I've made this guy here. So if you guys are just showing up and following, checking out the live stream here, follow me. I did this one this week, worked on that a couple of times, and then I did this pub table, and then I did this mushroom quite a while ago. So these two has been in my live videos and shorts and full videos. This one here, you guys can see where I found it. There's a video, a couple of videos back that shows how I got it. It's pretty cool. It's one thing seeing people do carvings. It's one thing where they actually found it. So I do a lot of firewood cutting. If I see something cool, I'll save it and go from there. So that one person, there's two people here that are still hanging out. They won't tell me who they are. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? You there? Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Can you guys hear me? Ooh. Where are you from? You guys have a comment? Where you got a comment? Oh, yeah, that did it. Just put fingers in front of the screen. Welcome. Where you guys from? Just finishing up for the night. There. Where are you guys from? Got my mushroom pub table and my long face little log dude there. How you guys doing? Just finished it up for the night. These are the things I carved. Where are you guys from? Nobody wants to respond. It's great. The other guys message. Everybody texts these days. Come on now. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. We've got two people on. Where are you guys from? I'm from Arizona. Guess not. Oh, still got that one person hanging around. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you. Subscribe so you see all the rest of my videos. Thank you.